Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to the channel. It's Merlin, hope you're well. Today's new series starts a game called Cliff Empire. It's been around since 2019. It is a resource managing city building game, but actually set on cliffs rather than on the ground. I've played a few hours of this, and basically just it's interesting. It's unique in its gameplay. I'm not very far in, so I'm going to start from scratch, but just to give you an overview of what it looks like, and then we'll all go from there. So we're back in the game. Okay, so literally as you can see, you have the ability to set up your cities on cliffs. You've got various choices. We're going to have a look and see, because these are just trying to see what the best kind of location is. So that one's got 2 cliffs on it, with a river running through it. This has got 3, 4 reasonably sized ones. Let's move another one. Let's have a look. That's got multiple. That one. That's got a narrow one there. Fairly wide those. Let's see what else we've got here. So we're just going to skip through these and see if we can find something that's worth doing. Got a pond in the middle, which is useful for fishing, same as that one, but it does limit the space that you have for everything else. That one's got a pond on it. That looks probably a nice one, but again, you've got quite a big sized pond there. Then it does generate fish. Okay, let's go with this one then. Right, so the first thing we need to do is to build storage. So we'll select a starting point, and we are... No, we're going to change this one. I don't like it now. I've decided I'm not liking it. Let's see if I can see a different one that might be useful. That looks quite nice. Those do. Just thinking of the gaps, because what you need to do as well is you need to build bridges between them as well, and obviously what we need to be certain is that we can actually build the bridge in the first place. But yeah, let's go with this one. Right, so it says build storage. So what we need to do is go into your build menu. Right, so you need to click on an empty area and select the industry tab. Select storage from the available buildings. So let's go and say, let's start from this one. And we're going to go to storage. Go. And basically what happens on every cliff, when you put your storage in, you get a limited amount of supplies to start with. So we're going to put... we're going to put this one too, just to get the ball rolling. I don't want to put it on the outsides. I also want to make sure they've got plenty of room, because the bridges are limited lengthwise, so you want as far out as you can go. Probably that's going to be that one there, and that is going to go over there. So let's try and put it somewhere, say, here.
Large construction completed. Objective completed.
Okay, so we'll wait for him to depart, and we'll go from there. so here we have our storage unit, and in it you can see what supplies we've been given. Okay, some of them to begin with. And the general idea is there are different areas to focus on, so we're just going to pause the game for a second so it doesn't pass time-wise. So, excuse me for a second while I cough. Right, apologies for that. So basically, the general idea is you're going to be building up residences so people can come and settle. As you can gather from the starting point of the game, everybody is in an orbital station apart from those that are left behind to build these cliffs. And the general idea is that these people want to come and settle. So you can see here we've got 9 people that want to come and settle down here. So we need to start building residences up as we go along. However, what we also need to be looking at is, and this is what I didn't do in my first save, is to try and kind of link the cliffs early on, because then you can have all 3 running at the same time basically. So what we'll do is we'll actually, let's take off pause. We will look to see whether we can actually build to begin with. Alright, so we're looking for bridge connection. There we go. Okay. And as you can see in the top right hand corner, you've got a square which shows you where it's going to go. So what we want to try and do is going to move it so it sits there. But it's also got to sit over the other side. Now the other thing I'm going to conscious of as well is that we want to build a subway for passenger transport as well. So we'll put the bridge there, and we'll put another one facing this way. And I'm hoping we've got room to put a subway right next to it as well, which we should have. There we go. So there's 2 bridges being built now from the materials we have there. We need to put storages on both of these as well, so we'll do exactly the same again. We'll go in and put storage in both. So we'll put storage in this corner, right out of the way.
Large construction completed.
And each time you do storage, you get the cutscene. So again, with my other save, I just concentrated on one cliff at a time. With this particular save, I am going to try and do all 3 running at the same time. So again, we need another storage unit, and we're going to put that one over in this corner here. Actually, no, in this corner here, out of the way.
Large construction completed.
Okay, right, so what we're going to do is we're also going to open up the information page. The information page determines basically how you decide what power units to put in place, because obviously for everything that's been put in place you do need to have power. There's no other ways around it. So this one is 54% sunshine and 52% windiness, so you could have a mixture of, well, fireworks on the go, because obviously we've set up multiple locations at the same time. Okay, so hopefully now that's done. So general idea is, yeah, you then can, every kind of building you have will require some form of power to run it. Now depending on the, whether it's sunshine, windiness or uranium, is depending on what type of power you put in place. So for example, this one, apart from when it's special
Medium
events,
construction completed.
when it's special events, then
Medium construction completed.
okay, you run that through, thank you. Right, so apart from special events which blocks out the sun, this is primarily concentrated on sunshine, which means you would want solar power with a small amount of wind farm basis. This one is 100% wind, so it's complete reverse of that one. So this one you want to concentrate on wind power, and this one we're uncertain on which way around it will be yet, so it's a possibility we may turn this a bit of both. So the tutorial in the top left hand corner is always wise to let run. We'll just do that for the time being. The other reason why I put the bridges in place is they are trading platforms between your cities. As you can see at the top at the moment, each city has its own currency. Its own financial bank, so to speak. So whatever you build on each of them, that takes it from the relevant city. Now, I'm not going to change the names for the purpose of this. I'm going to leave them as they are. But basically, you can trade between cities by
Medium construction completed.
There we go. Looking good. So that kind of helps you with balancing the books. Hopefully, I think as time goes on, you can bring in a bit of research which will allow you to combine finances across all three, but I'm not certain yet because I haven't got that far. Okay, so like I said before,
construction completed.
now let that run through. As you can see, got trains running between the two. Now that they're done, let's do what it's asking us to do. Let's put in a landing platform and housing for 15 citizens. So I'm going to put a landing platform on here, and I believe this is under. Yep, it is under there. That's fine. You have an option here of just a general landing pad, which covers 4 places, or you got one that sticks off the edge of the cliff, which is kind of, in my opinion, a lot better. It only takes up 2 spaces. It costs more to build, but it has a better effect on the ecology. In fact, thinking about it, you can put in ecology benefits. So no, actually I am going to utilize the space because it's going to cost me less to do it. So there we go. So again, we're going to put the landing platform, say there, and we'll do the same with each one. And again, we're going to customize it to put it somewhere, say over here. And exactly the same on this one over here. Landing platform. So
large construction completed. Large construction completed.
Sure. Okay, hopefully it'll be well.
Large construction completed.
There you go. Brilliant. Okay. So there we have the all 3 cities have got a storage unit, and all 3 cities have got a landing platform for people to land. What we now need is housing. So again, we'll put a house on each. And to actually just get the ball rolling, I'm going to put a big house on each. I'm going to put that one over here. I'm going to do the same over here. We'll put a house over here. And we'll do exactly the same over here. I'll put a house over here as well. Now, as you can see, they're not cheap. They are quite expensive. Turn the music completely off because it is still quite loud. So turn the computer music off altogether. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, we've now got 3 houses being built. We'll let them be built, and then we will put some power in place. And what I'll do is, once they have been built, I'll run through the build menu with you as well. Still got a bit. Actually, each one's got a little while to go yet, so we've got a little time yet. So let's start with the screen. As you can see, at the bottom right-hand corner, you see here we've got power supply. Now, during the day, when you put solar power in, the sun obviously generates the power, which means it saves up the power of what you need. You've also got the ability to generate batteries, and at night time, obviously solar power doesn't work. On the wind elements, so if you've got like the wind farms, so to speak, they will generate it all the time, so the power will continue to generate it throughout, and the same with uranium. But again, obviously the general idea is that this one will get a lot more power. So for example here it says displays information about the resources on the current cliff. For example, if the windiness is 50%, then wind generators produce 16 kilowatts of energy rather than 32. So we're basically stating that what it's saying is that whenever you put a wind generator in place,
large construction completed.
let's just do this.
New citizens arrived. Objective completed.
So then we'll have the row when it comes through. So yeah, so basically if we put in a wind generator on this one, it will only generate 38% of the total
Large
amount.
construction completed.
And the third
New
one?
citizens arrived.
Yeah, that one over there. And this one's probably soon be done as well. It's got a bit more to go, yeah. So yeah, so basically, yeah, so you want to kind of, during the day, make sure you have enough power during the day as much as possible, because you will be able to have buildings that generate batteries to help you overnight.
Objective completed.
Okay. Which has got the least amount of money, this one I would imagine. So, yeah. With the tutorial you get one payment, so you can split it on whichever way you want. Generate a power surplus. So this is what I was saying a moment ago, we need to generate enough power that is surplusing more than what the batteries are being used. So we're going to put power units on here. This is going to be the solar power.
Large construction completed.
Thank you. That's the last one.
New citizens arrived.
Okay, so let me just go through the build menu. So the first menu is your housing. As you can see here, you've got general housing. So one house covers one space, gives you 13, whereas 4 gives you 4 times as much and costs 4 times as much to run. To be brutally honest, I've gone straight for that because at the end of the day, you're going to be probably doing that anyway. You've then got the aesthetic ones. So basically, you've got things like smaller housing. Doesn't give you as much. It might be nice to look at, but generally to begin with, you want to get as many people in as possible. Your eco housing, so it gives you. So for example, this one
New citizens arrived.
will cost you more to set up, but it'll actually. It's not. Although, let me start again. This one will cost you more to set. So 22 compared to 26. It costs you 4 times as much to set up. Yes, it consumes the same amount of kilowattage, but it gives you aesthetics.
New citizens arrived.
To be honest, it's pointless. Right, you know what? She is annoying me. I'm going to turn the speech off as well, because she is actually annoying me. Okay, can I just turn the speech off? Yeah, and I'm going to turn the cutscenes off as well. There you go. So we can then concentrate without her interrupting me every 5 seconds. Right. Okay, so let's put in our power unit. So as I said here, this will be the power tab. This is where all your power stuff is. We're going to put in a. It doesn't matter whether you do 1 or 4. 1 means you need 1 person for every unit you build, which is 4 people. Whereas 4, you'd need 2 people to work on it, and it costs the same. So we are going to have a wind power, probably not wind, solar power, probably over here. Let's put that somewhere out here. Can we? Let's do that there. And I'm going to put 2 in. I'm going to put a second one in there. This one I'm going to put a bit of mixture. So we're going to put in a wind turbine. And we're going to put that up there. We are also going to put in a solar panel right next to it. And this one we are, for the time being, only going to put in wind for the time being. As I mentioned before, it is wise to have different types of power as time goes on. But just to get the ball rolling, we'll just put in what we need to begin with. Now each of the houses are ready to go. Right, let's go with this one to give them money. That one, tutorial. Okay, so you can generate more power to have for the first building. You've got 3 options here when you do your residence. You can have the basics, so you can kind of upgrade that to. It'll cost you more, but it gives you more towards the aesthetics. You can generate more power. So there's no other alternative but the power, or you can have more residents. Now to begin with, we've got plenty of residents, so we're going to go with power, and we'll do the same with all of these. So this one's the same, we'll do power, and this one's also the same, we'll do power. So yes, I'm sorry, I've kind of jumped around a bit there. So let's just go back to the build menu. So the first one is also doing residences. We've put in obviously landing platforms, bus stations, not really applicable at the moment in time. Subways is what you would use to go in between cliffs, which is why I was trying to leave enough room, and we'll do all that later. You've then got your aesthetics, so your parks and your gardens, your food, so this is where you would put in your farms and things like that, and also as well here underwater farm, which is where the water is on that one, so you might utilise that. There's a port here for fish, so again hopefully we can utilise that third cliff for the port. Water extraction is important. You need to get as much water as you can, because obviously everything needs water, and then obviously you've got your food as well generated, so your apples, lettuce and grapes, and then winery. Power we've just briefly covered, and we will cover again. We need to do some battery stations in a moment, as it's asking us to do. You've then got more storage. Cold store is very useful to have because you can then store more items, and you need 10 engines to do that, but it's better to have more in storage as time goes on. This is more about defense, but also about maintenance, so you do need a maintenance, so we're going to put a maintenance in each place. I'll put it there. I'll do the same with all three. We'll put a maintenance in place. These help put out things like fires. Final maintenance one, which we will put down the bottom somewhere. Yeah. So these you put out your fires, etc. Okay. There's your solar power units. So we are generating during the day. Down the bottom here is your timing. They are generating 129 kilowatts per day, and we're only using between 20 and 30 on the energy side of things. So it's given us enough power to generate batteries, which is what we need to do next. So let's get the battery stations up and running. And I'm going to put 2 in each for now. So we'll put one there, one there. We'll do the same over here. So the more power you have surplus, the more batteries you can then generate. Although it does show pathways in your aesthetics, you don't need them. It's not a requirement. Alright, so we're going to charge 2 batteries. So we'll charge on its own, and as you can see we have got plenty of power usage, so we are going to generate these very, very quickly. When the night shift kicks in, you have less workers working obviously, and therefore your production is less. Now while that's doing that, let's generate some food. So we're going to build farms, and we look at the farm. I would always go for the 4 square rather than the ones, because they're the same, it doesn't matter. So, ecology, large open fields required for operations, soil fertility rate. The harvest is slightly larger than the indoor ones with the same water consumption, so we'll go for the large one of those, and we are going to put them, I'm going to put 2 on each, and again we'll put them down there for now, and again over here. So we'll have 2 lots of food being generated. Doesn't matter who has the money. We need to build water extraction stations, so we're going to do that as well. So let's put our water extraction stations in, and again I'm going to put 2 in each. So we're going to put 1 there, and 1 there. So let's go with 1 there and 1 there, and let's do the same here. Put 1 there. I was hoping to put 1 in the corner, but no. Okay, I'll put this in instead. No, can't even do that either. So let's put this one there. So each of them now will have power. Water rather, not power, water. So they'll start to extract water. we're going to do over here is we're going to attempt to put in a port. I'm hopeful this works. If it doesn't, then maybe it's just a water thing. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. Maybe we need something else to do that. I must admit, I did try and do this on my other save game as well, and it just wouldn't sit in for some God knows reason. So I think it's something external that sits on the edge, but I think it has to do with fish as well. We've got no fish anyway, so I'm going to leave that as is. But what I might do is I might put in an underwater crop farm. Where are we? Let's put that. And we're going to put that in there. Yeah, there we go. Now this costs more, as you can imagine. Okay. So we're skipping through quite nicely. Okay, so the next thing is asking us to do is to build matter mines. Now matter mines are where you get your matter, you extract your matter from. It's one of the biggest things you need. So if you look at your storage unit, for example, this is matter. And everything you build requires matter. So we're down to 15, so we do need to build some matter. So let's do that. So that's going to be under this one. There we go. Now you've got two options. Is you've got the standalone matter mine, which basically kind of just gives you your matter, or you can actually put in a mega drill. Now mega drill is expensive because it's 1800 compared to the 350, but it also gives you uranium and water. Now to be honest, we've got water extraction. We're going to get a uranium separately anyway, so I'm quite happy to stick with the matter mines. But again, I'm going to put two in place, so we'll do the same again, and we'll put them over. Let's have a look and see. I want to put some more residents there, so let me put them over here somewhere. One there, and we'll do the same. We'll put matters in this one as well. So again, we'll put one there, and the same over here. Unfortunately, that one didn't work as I wanted it to do, so just demolish that, yeah. And we'll start that again. It's probably going to cost us to do that, but there we go. Okay, and I'm going to put in some more residents because we can see here the actually, to be honest, we're okay at the moment. I think we've got some 34 people, or 34 jobs are available, and we've got 45 people that's already settled here. Another 15 want to come in, but we've only got housing for 52. So actually, no, we will put another residence in both cases. Put one residence in each location, and again, that's just done exactly what I didn't want it to do. It's sensitive sometimes. There we go, one there. And the third one there. So £100 reward, we'll get to this town. We'll get the 150 as well. It's asking us to build a town square next. Now town square helps you with your income, but it only generates a very small amount. But we'll put one in anyway, but we'll only put it in one of the towns for time being. That's going to come under, I believe, yes, it comes under the business tab. This is where all your banks and your offices are. Market is very key, you will need that soon. But for the time being, we're going to put in one of those in, and we're going to put a town square there. As you can see, if you click on anything you want to click on, you can see straight away what's happening. Storage wise, we've got plenty here, so this is a good time to upgrade your storage as well. So you spend 700, it is expensive, but it is worth it. So again, we did the same here, expand that, and do exactly the same with this one, and expand that. Now, we mentioned beforehand regarding power, where this is 100% sunshine, but I'm going to put some wind as well, because the wind power will help. We'll put a couple of turbines in. What does it generate? Generates 10, or generate 40. Let's put one in. Let's put it over here. And this one's got one of each already running, so that's fine. And I'm tempted to put in some power station here as well. In fact, no, I'll put smaller ones in because I don't use so much money then. So we'll put one there, and we'll put one. There you go. So it's now at night time. If you were to click on any of the buildings, so here for example, you can see, not that one, that's not really the one, good one to choose. Yeah, so you can see here night shift, so it's not generating as much. Again, you have the options to upgrade. We want as much material as possible, so we are going to pay that. I'll do the same for both, I'd imagine. That was under construction, that's why. Okay, that's fine. These two below, yes, so again, we'll put that as... We'll do one extra for the time being, but we won't do both because there's quite a lot of money that's going out of each of the cities at the moment. So again, both sides of there. So again, we'll just open that one up. So we'll just click on the storage units on each and see what people have got. So they've got a lot of water. These guys have got the same, but very minimal again. So this is where the issue is at the moment. And the next thing that we would want to look at is trading platforms, external platforms. I'm going to give it another day because they come between 8 and 2. It's now 9 o'clock already. So you can see here, this one, we're waiting for more construction. The issue, as we've said here, is the fact that we've got 57 jobs, but only housing for 52. So that's why we need the more residents to come in. That's probably why the town square is taking its time. Yeah. Okay. Now, one other thing is good to get in place early on is an airport. This thing here. Yeah, we can't have this at the moment. In fact, actually, no. What we'll do is we'll look at research because we want to get our research up and running. We need a research stations. We need a university or a school. School is education. University is research. So is the research centre. Let's just start with a small university for the time being, and we'll whack that there. While that's doing that, we will build our airport. Right, where is it? There it is there. We'll put one in each of the cities. So one there. One there. And the final one. Now the airports generate the ability to create extra drones. As you can see at the moment, there's been 3 in each city, so it takes a little while to move stuff around. With your airport, you are able to craft up to another 7, and then with research, you're able to craft even bigger ones as well. This is going quite nicely. Now you notice there's a manpower percentage on here, and manpower obviously affects your overall efficiency. Now this is, if you click on it, it's to do with your health. So again, you've got 100% health here because there is 100% of everything going around. However, what else is affecting it? Is it night because it's night time? I might because it's night time, that's maybe the reason why. But as long as you keep this at 100%, you will, during the day, have 100% manpower. Okay, so these guys are running a bit lower on food than these guys are. So what we're going to do is we're going to get them to sell. So as I said regarding the bridges, if you click on the edge of the bridge, they are trading platforms between each of your cities. So we can either have like a set a lower and a higher when the items reach a certain figure, or you just do one time. So we'll just do, just for the purpose of this, we'll do a 15. Yeah, we'll sell 15 pieces of food between the cities. So you can trade between the cities. The idea is to get the trading platforms themselves, but we'll again work across that in a moment. Again here, manpower 83% here is because we don't have enough people to cover the jobs at the moment, because we haven't got the houses built. Yeah, so we're still 20 there short. Actually attempting to, because we do need matter and it's taking a little while for the matter to be generated, because you can see here it's quite slow. We're not going to spend money on that just yet, but what we are going to do is we are going to put in trading platforms. So trade, shuttle, additional way to deliver any goods, requires uranium which we don't have. So we'll just stick to the trading portal, and what we're going to do is we are going to build that. We'll build that here. We've got a trading portal in every city. So put that over there, next to there. Third one, we'll put over here. Then we can buy matter to help. Now when you are building, you consider priority, so we're going to set that as priority 1. So these are things that will be, well, this is the only thing, no, there's that as well. So we'll set this as a priority 1 to be built. So any materials that come in will be utilised to go towards that first to build it. And you'll see another one there. Whiz on in the meantime. Let's whiz on a bit. So we've got some more people coming in. So that's because the house has been built. Just about to 1 minute. So we've got enough housing for 104. We've got enough jobs for 57, and there's people coming in from the platform. If I look at the platform here, zoom in, here's all our people coming in there. So I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna generate more power on this one. Kind of maximize the fact that we get when the sun shines, it will give us. So you see at night time, because there's only 52 power being generated overnight, this is from the battery source, it'll start eating into our batteries. There's this thing there, not far away, so this should soon be up and running. And I'm hoping the same will be applicable over here. So the sun is up. As you can see, the power generator has gone to the solar powers. So in theory, the solar power we have got is 72 on each of those. So 144, and we've got another 80 on there, so 224. That should go to 224 shortly. It slowly rises. Because we only need 50 or 60, in this case 60 odd power, any extra power is being utilised with the battery stations to generate more batteries. Okay, so a bit bemused by the fact that we have 40 on each of those, 72 on both of those, and yet it's still only 157, so let's have a quick look at that. Okay. Bit bemused on that. It's creeping up again, so maybe it's just... who knows. Right, so we do have a trading platform built. Unfortunately, it's too late to do anything today because I'll be leaving in about an hour and a half's time. However, we can look to start moving stuff out and bringing stuff in. So we need to bring in some matter. And you can see at the bottom here, this is your pricing. So if we buy matter, it's 11 coins each, and if we sell some of our batteries, they're 6 each. 2 o'clock been and gone, that's good, so we're going to buy 10 of those, and we're going to sell 10 of those. Let's see if the others have done theirs yet. They're still working, and that's still working. Okay, that's fine. I'm holding off on the 3D printing facility at the moment to build the engines and furniture because I want to get ourselves settled before we start doing any more stuff on there. We don't have enough housing on this one, so did I put another house in place? Probably I didn't. That's your airport, that's the storage, that's one of the houses. Okay, what we'll do is we'll put another house in on this one, and we will put it down, and we'll mark that priority 2. So once this one's done, they'll kick on that one. So we've got plenty in here. There's 49 jobs available, 52 people in place, so we've got more than enough to cover that. This one is just we're waiting for people to settle, to build up manpower there. In fact, if you see here, we're actually got people that are unemployed now. Thinking the food supply on this one should be building up quite a bit. It is. It is now at the max at 75. So we will come a time where we want to start doing cold storage, because you can store 250 in cold storage. In fact, I'm going to do that. Cold storage. Storage in every city. Let's put one down here next to the nice residential area there. Let's put there. Same here. Something's been built. I don't know what's been built. Is it the... no, it's not the airport. It's not being built as we see. Probably something else has been built. The one downside with this game is you cannot click and move a building. So once you've built it, the only way to move it is destroy it and rebuild it. And I don't think you get a great deal of supplies back. Right, okay, trading platform is open. It's 8 o'clock. So you can see now the drones will start, in fact, this is priority 1. The drones will start moving stuff in to the trading platform. Here we go. There's only 3 drones going at the moment, but you can see that they're bringing stuff in or taking stuff away. In this situation, we wanted to purchase some matter, so that appears on the trading platform, but that may or not be taken away because there isn't enough drones. But we're also selling some items as well. This is the batteries that we're selling. The problem is, because this has become a priority that we're selling batteries, it's not taking the matter out at the moment. It only runs till 2 o'clock. It's 6 hours a day. Second trading platform has been built by the look of it. So the matter that we'd asked to come in will still be there at 8 o'clock the following morning. So we'll just click on it, you can see it's still waiting to be picked up. We do have some in stock actually now, which is quite nice. There you go, got about 11 in stock. So that should help us build up some items. Airport is now built, which is good news. It means that we can start looking to build our drones. What we need for drones is matter, batteries and engines. So we're going to click on enough to make 7. Because the idea is if you get 1, that makes 4. It means there's 4 drones moving, and then they'll move sort of stuff forward to have a cumulative effect. Right, how are we doing with this thing? This trading platform is still not quite finished. Oh, it's nearly there. There we go. It's done. Brilliant. That means we can start shipping out some stuff. We've got food in storage, some chronic. So let's move out some food and some water. We're going to do 40 of each. Don't think the airport's been built yet. No, it hasn't. That's priority, which means this is next priority. So we're going to change that to 1, change that to 2. Now, as you see, we started with 12,500 coins in each city, and it's coming down quite rapidly. It says you can take out loans, but I'm not really that worried about taking out a loan at this moment in time. Right, so do you want to build a university, which I think what's being built over here? Yeah, it's still taking a little while to be built. Actually, I'm going to make that priority 1. Residential priority 2. Actually, leave it priority 1 actually. So basically what would happen is it will alternate between the 2, and then the airport star remains number 3, and we can start doing research. And on that note, we'll call then to this particular video, so episode 1 of this Cliff Empire, and we'll pick up again next week. If you've got any, as always, if you've got any questions, then please put them in the comments, or if you've got any hints yourself that you've picked up from the game, And yeah, definitely just put them in there so others can see. As always, if you like what you see, again, click the like button, subscribe, and notifications to let you know when new material has been released. Other than that, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next time of Cliff Empire.